Have you ever felt drained, frustrated, or even lost in a relationship? Whether it's with a friend, partner, or even family. You're not alone, my friend. The secret to healthy, happy relationship isn't just love or loyalty. It's boundaries. And today we are driving deep into why boundaries are the key to thriving connections. Stick around because by the end of this video, you will know how to set clear boundaries without guilt and feel more confident in your relationships. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Magnetized Self, where we explore the art of healing, self awareness, and personal transformation. Hi, I'm Roopa. Let's discover how to harness your inner power, build resilience, and magnetize the life you desire. Let's start with basics. Let's try to understand what boundaries are. Okay, now think about boundaries as invisible lines that separate your needs and feelings and responsibilities from someone else's. Please note they are not walls to shut people out. They are guidelines for how to protect your peace and respect others. Let me try to give some examples like, have you ever had a friend who constantly vents without asking if you're okay? I think that's boundary issue. Or a family member expects you to drop everything whenever they call. That's again boundary issues. Boundaries are about saying, this is where I end and you begin. They're essential for healthy relationships. Okay, now you're confused and you don't know if you don't have boundaries or if you lack boundaries, you're not sure. My dear friend, there are some signs that I can share with you here today. The very first one is you feel guilty saying no and end up saying yes for everything without valuing your energy and time. You always put others' needs before your own. You feel resentful but don't express it at all. You struggle to ask for help or communicate your needs. If any of these hit home, don't worry, my dear one. You're not alone. Many of us weren't taught how to set boundaries, but we can definitely learn. Over past couple of years, I have learned and understood to make sure that I am happier inside out and I live my life of choice beautifully. I'm going to share in this talk all those so that you can also learn and make your life beautiful. You might be wondering why boundaries are so very important, and I come up with following reasons for you, my dear friend. When boundaries are set, they prevent resentment in relationships. When you don't set boundaries, you start to feel taken advantage of. Again, boundary helps to build respect between the parties in the relationship. Clear boundaries teach others how to treat you. Boundaries also give you freedom. That is, when you know your limits, you can prioritize what truly matters. Now, think of boundaries like fence in a garden. Without a fence, weeds, that is, unhealthy behaviors within relationship, can take over your space. With a fence, you protect what you have planted. Healthy boundaries create stronger, more balanced relationships, my friend. So don't get scared. You need to set boundaries in relationship where your time and energy are taken granted. It can be in marriage or with parents, siblings, friends, co workers, or even your own children. So, how do we set boundaries? It's simple than you think, but it does take practice. Here is step by step guide for you, my friend. Let's deep dive. The very first step is identify your needs. That is, whenever you feel drained or disrespected, or you feel people are taking your time and energy to granted, the first thing you have to do is ask yourself, what makes me feel drained and disrespected? Boundaries are not something you start lying just because we need to lie. So when there is this extra granted, taken granted kind of behavior in relationship, that is when we need to do it. Clearly communicate is the second step. Be honest but very kind. For example, say, I appreciate you reaching me out, but I need to get some rest. Let's talk tomorrow. So let's be very clear when we set our boundaries, saying that we are not trying to shut you off, but my only thing is I just want to respect my limitation and my needs. Third step is quite a practice. Be consistent. Don't just set the boundaries, enforce them. If someone crosses the limit or line, remind them gently but firmly. We can communicate clearly, but we end up giving them the lenience to cross, and that will add on to the frustration that you did communicate, but people overtook or took charge of what you have been communicated. So it will create additional resentment and frustration in the relationship. Do not make this mistake. Be consistent, be gentle, but or at the most be firm across what you have said. Like, for example, if you don't want to talk at this point in time, be gentle. Tell the person that you cannot talk for this XYZ reason, and I would like to talk at this time or maybe later. So that will very clearly tell the other party that you are not shutting the person, that you are trying to conserve your own energy, and in fact, that will increase the respect in others' eyes. Now, fourth step is again, you need to practice. When you know that you have taken you as a priority and you have a reason for it, let go of guilt. Remember, saying no doesn't make you selfish, it makes you healthy, right? So let go of guilt. Don't ever make yourself uncomfortable to set boundaries. It's for both parties, it's good for both the parties and the relationship, right? You're not doing it only for your selfishness. So let go of the guilt. Before I close this particular topic, I would like to discuss some examples here. One of that example which I would want to discuss is, if a coworker always interrupts your lunch break, say, I need this time to recharge. Let's connect after lunch. But there may be some instances you might have to let go, but again, do not take it as a consistent effort to let go. So let go of the guilt instead of letting go of the boundaries. If a partner pressurizes you into doing something you are uncomfortable with, say, I care about us, but I need to feel respected. So here you're making it clear that you don't want to say no to the whole thing, but you're trying to say that one particular thing you're not comfortable with. You're making it very clear that I care about us, but I need to feel respected. So you're trying to convey that you do not want to do something that you are uncomfortable. At first, setting boundaries might feel awkward or even scary. But over time, my dear friend, it gets very easy, and the peace you will feel is worth it. Again, boundaries are not to shut people out of your life, but they are set to conserve your own energy and time where people are trying to take advantage or trying to take you granted. Now, quickly to summarize, identify your needs, communicate clearly, be consistent, and let go of guilt. So, these are the 4 steps to set boundaries in a relationship, and good luck. In this section, let's talk about some of the common challenges that we need to overcome, at least in the initial stages when we start setting boundaries in the relationships. Let's understand the elephant in the room. What if someone gets upset when you set a boundary? Here's the truth, my friend. Some people might really push back, especially if they're used to you saying yes all the time. And when you start setting boundaries, they would really be confused. My dear friend, do not get hesitated because of this other person's behavior. If the other person feels jittery and they're trying to push back, please note that is not your problem. Your responsibility is to communicate clearly and respectfully. How they react is up to them. True friends and loved ones will respect your boundaries once they understand them. Setting boundaries is an act of self love, and the people who truly care about you will always support that. Maybe initially there will be some jittery things, but they will definitely understand and support. Here is your challenge for today, my dear friend. Take 10 minutes to think about one area in your life where you need stronger boundaries. Then write down how you will communicate that boundary to someone and share your plan in the comments below. I would love to cheer them on. My dear friend, always remember this: boundaries aren't about shutting the people out, they are about letting the right people in while protecting your energy and peace. Thank you, my dear friend, for watching and being with me all this talk. If this talk has helped you, give it a like, share it with someone who needs this message, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on living your best life. Until next time, take care of yourself and your relationships. It's time to align with your true self and shine. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this journey with me. Your time and energy means a lot. Until next time, keep shining, keep growing, and always magnetize your infinite potential. See you soon, friends. Loads of love.